The thing about artists, musicians, creatives is that we tend to question what is, right? To play a song is to refuse the silence or sound that would exist without it. To write a song or a poem, to paint or sculpt, to dance, it's an act of creation, but it's also an act of refusal. We refuse to believe that whatever is already here is just fine as it is, right? Or we refuse to believe that a change wouldn't be better or isn't essential. We refuse to believe we can't or shouldn't be part of that change. And so we create something. We change the world. It can feel small, like the difference between a poem that exists now, that didn't exist 5 minutes ago. That difference can feel small, but it signals something, right? This exists. It didn't have to. Something else was here before, or the absence of something was here before. But as a creative, you refuse to accept it. You change the tone, the feel, the word, the voice, the melody or beat, the silence or the noise. You step in or stand up, you move. Why? Because you could imagine doing so. Because you could imagine something other than what is. You could imagine otherwise. James Baldwin said, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in." Creation always begins with recognizing the world we're in as something that was made. It was created, a decision, a story. And I don't mean in terms of religion or the creation story, although I am a pastor's kid, y'all, and I know that story like the back of my hand. But I mean the world as it is, the world we're in, the way things work. That's a story. We made it up. Our policies, our systems, our behaviors, our norms, our traditions and conventions are obviously this is how it is. That's a story. It's a creation, and we need not take it or leave it as it was when we came in. And when I say this, I'm talking about creativity, about music, about what it's like to be an artist, to explore art. Artists can imagine otherwise, and so we create new things. But I'm also talking about being human. I'm talking about the world and what it means and what it takes to be well. We can imagine otherwise, and we can create new things. We refuse to accept what is. We refuse to believe that how it is how it has to stay. Because whatever is not what must be. In fact, nothing is as it must be. We can imagine otherwise.